So this is regarding the protests. The April 5th. This is from the Seattle Medium, and it says here, states and around the world are preparing to take to the streets on Saturday, April 5th, in what organizers are calling the largest single day of protests since Donald Trump was sworn in for a second term, with more than 600 events planned across all 50 states, Washington, D.C., and multiple international cities. The message is unified and urgent. Hands off our rights. It's shocking. The level of, just shocking to me. Like, I literally saw a woman be confused about why shouldn't, Trump is trying to take away trans women's rights. So you mean men. Men. Like, this is why women, like conservative women, are like, screw the feminist movement. You brought in men that you want to call women. So, like, you're degrading women when you do that. You are. I mean, just look at, in California, they moved men. All they had to do was say, I identify as a female, and they moved them into the female prisons, and then a bunch of women were raped. Anyway, so it says, hands off our rights, our resources, and our democracy. In London, demonstrators will gather from 3 to 5 p.m., joining the movement alongside Americans, Canadians, Brits, and others from around the world. They're threatening to invade Canada, Greenland, and Panama, and are daring the world to stop them. Well, this is the world saying no, organizers said. This is a crisis, and the time to act is now. That's why I say keep your head on a swivel. Back in the United States, the centerpiece protest is scheduled for Washington, D.C., when thousands are expected to convene at the Washington Monument at noon for a massive rally on the National Mall. Organizers say the protesters are a response to Trump and congressional Republicans' efforts to gut essential programs like health care, Social Security, public education, and civil right protections. No, they just want to just degrade women. That's what the Democrats want, so that men can now say that they're women. Yeah, whatever. But as far as this other stuff, yeah, what's wrong with people deciding to homeschool their kids or putting it back on the states? I mean, with the amount of corruption the Department of Ed has been involved in, and all this other crap they're carrying on about. I swear, the Democrats, they hate America. That's why people need to keep their head on a swivel, because these people are just not stable. Just aren't. This mass mobilization day is our message to the world that we do not consent to the destruction of our government and our economy for the benefit of Trump and his billionaire allies, organizers in D.C. You know how much money this man has lost by being president? He lost, because he did not this term nor the first term has he taken a paycheck. Plus, with all the hate that was thrown at him the first term, his hotels lost money. He's the only president that walked away with less money than when he came in. So that's why I say the Democrats are out of their mind. Alongside Americans across the country, we are marching, rallying, and protesting to demand a stop to the chaos and build an opposition movement against the looting of our country. No, you guys have been looting it. You've been looting it. You just want to give it to illegal aliens, and you want to send it, to India or, I don't know, Uganda for monkeys to have transgender surgery changes and study them. Yeah, so we say we want to stop to that, and you have issue with that? That's why it's like they're not stable. Demonstrations are planned from coast to coast in cities including Buffalo, New York, Columbus, Georgia, Hollywood, Florida, Guilford, Connecticut, York, Pennsylvania, Iowa, Conroy, Texas, and throughout California, where organizers are uniting for large-scale actions in Los Angeles and Sacramento. From early morning rallies to afternoon marches, the protests will take place in many forms: town halls, digital campaigns, and street demonstrations, all ground in the commitment to nonviolent resistance. Yeah, but their nonviolent always goes violent. I mean, again, during the BLM's Rage Fest all summer of 2020, they were vandalizing. They had people in tears because they burned their businesses down, and these were black business owners. The Crowd Counting Consortium reported over 2,085 protests nationwide in February 2025, a sharp rise from the 937 recorded in February 2017. Well, yeah, there would be a rise because they had open borders for 4 years. During a recent week-long congressional recess, more than 500 events were held across the country, often in districts where elected officials avoided meeting constituents. At the core of the message is a defense of everyday Americans. You don't support Americans, shut up. And the systems they depend on. No, you've been gutting the system yourself because you've been, making a killing off of it. We stand with the people of color. Yeah, you hate the whites. That's what's going on in Europe. The white man will get more time when sentencing. They will serve more time in jail. So these people, it's reverse racism. It's all DEI. So if you can't stand with all Americans regardless of race, Democrats, then you're the racist, okay? That's why you're unstable. We stand with our educational institutions. Yeah, they've done a great job with Drag Time Story Hour in the classroom. And the countless faculty, researchers, and students that are being subjected to arbitrary political litmus tests. Well, yeah, after, you attacking all the Jewish students, and you never walk anything back or apologize, though, do you? Sorry for giving my narrative. Stuff is just like insane. So anyway, from London to Los Angeles, from the National Mall to Niagara Square, April 5th is shaping up to be a defining day of resistance against what demonstrators call an authoritative power grab that threatens the very fabric of democracy. Yeah, they're the threat to democracy. We're not waiting for someone to save us, DC organizers said. We're taking action ourselves. So that's the reason why people need to be, because whenever the Democrats get out there and protest, first of all, they get away with violence all the time. They do. Look at what happened on the university campuses. Look at what happened with BLM while the media sat there and said, while fires were flames going up in the background, everybody said it was a peaceful protest. These people are not stable. And given that all these people came into our country for 4 years, I'm sure they have a big group. So just keep your eyes wide open. And like I said, it just seems like it's all coming together with Saturday and then TikTok, like it's the perfect storm. And with people like this, I'm just saying as a psych nurse, like they're just not stable. People that can literally set buildings on fire and yet everybody around them call that a peaceful protest, and jumping up and down on police cars and vandalizing people's property and saying that's all because of Black lives. Well, first of all, it was a smack in the face of people that are black, okay, that have common sense, okay? And what we all can see now is how all you've wanted to do is drive this division. The Democrats hate white people, even though most of them are white, okay? They hate white people. But these are the people that, let me tell you, most of the Democrats in Chicago know these people are full of shit. Oh, they do. Democrats have been raising hell. They're done. They're done with the Democrat being on the Democratic plantation and being used.